Week 10 of the NFL. And we'll keep our eye on A.J. Terrell, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Steelers and the Saints on Sunday Night Primetime.
Oh, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On first down, it's Purdy. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 94 yards.
5th in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong category. I mean, if you're in the top 5 in anything, I don't care whether it's football or tiddlywinks, you're having a nice season.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Purdy, and that's incomplete. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Fielded just inside the 20. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Hayes. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. The Steelers at 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better, 1 play here, 1 play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! Travis Etienne, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, so you'll get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. From the 6. Well, they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately, to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle. Defense.
Just call the call. We're going to play. Come on now.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Up the middle, it's Williams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very solid gain of 27. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he gets him a little bit closer. Takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. On 2nd and goal. Purdy. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Purdy now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. This one will be a 29-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Purdy. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he stopped immediately there. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Williams will try again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
Well, it's up about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Down to the 42, second down.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hayes. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 28. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Back to throw again. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. 2nd and 1. He finds Pickens over the middle. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll set up to throw. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Travis Etienne. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
The CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
On second down, Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Looking to throw.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here.
They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Second and 3.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hayes.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 21. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
Oh, look at the juke. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They're going to look to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Peyton Hendershot
from 4 yards out.
And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Purdy to the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. To throw again on 2nd down. Purdy finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So the completion gets him just a yard. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Purdy.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over.
He threw the touchdown pass on that last drive, his 20th on the year. And he'll start again here, first down. They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Second and 9 now. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Back to throw now on first down.
He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll drop to throw.
Smith brings it in, going across the middle.
And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That is incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Ja'Marr Chase.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was Ja'Marr Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Purdy's throw into the hands of Kirk.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
That's caught by Kelly.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So we reach halftime and what's
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this 3rd quarter. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out. We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hayes. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 4. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Hayes.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Straight ahead, Etienne.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Second and 2. He finds his man, complete. That's Hayes.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Back to the ground with Etienne.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Hayes. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Etienne.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Travis Etienne with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
How does the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here?
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many.
They're looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly, and now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
He's got it. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Etienne is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
On first down, it's Purdy.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on second down.
Purdy. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Purdy. Now they go screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got this to Pickens. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 35.
Even with a big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
A handoff for Etienne. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Etienne once more. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches and have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
He'll take it inside the 25. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll drop that underneath to Etienne. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This from 36 yards out. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know, if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so, and maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Screenplay set up for Williams. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Purdy throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Purdy. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well. Here's a give to Etienne. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll set up to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And he'll be brought down at the 27. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll go again with Etienne. And good running, going to get this down close to a 1st at the Saints 17. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll run. It's Etienne. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Now Etienne. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Boswell for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Purdy. One last shot at the end zone.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that.